what's up YouTube land? It's Asenva here to do another official Junky spot review. This one is an interesting one for you all. It is going to be featuring some of the Obitsu stands that the store sells, and I will go ahead and once they're put together and complete, I will test them out on some of the dolls that I have here so we can get to know them better. But as you can see here, they do come in pieces. This is one of the larger stands, and then we have this one here, which is one of the smaller ones. And as you can see, like I said, they are in little pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble it, and I hope you guys enjoy. So here are my helpful instructions for the stand, and it looks like it's labeled as a 1/12 to a 1/6 size stand. And there are some tools that you'll need. It looks like we'll need some pliers and a screwdriver. So let me go ahead and get those items together, and it'll be like a tiny screwdriver, so let me go ahead and grab my tools. So as you can see, everything is labeled out here on where it's supposed to go, what numbers, what. They got a cool little diagram of the doll there, what pieces go where, and what you need to screw in. So this is going to be super ultra mega awesome interesting, and can't wait to put it together. And I actually discovered something while I'm starting to put this together. A couple of my pieces here, they won't go in all the way, and I don't want to break anything. A couple of the pieces here, when you break them off, they have little nubs of the plastic still left over. So I'm going to get my file, and I'm going to file that down a bit so it can fit snugly into where it's supposed to go. So I made sure not to do it too tight, because since this is plastic, you don't want to like screw it in way too hard, because then it can crack the plastic. So I just did it at a snug fit, and so this is now an arm that can move, which is already super cool. You can connect a lot of these pieces and mix and match, which I think is really cool about this multi-purpose stand. So by extending the stand, you can do like cool little like in the air poses and whatnot. Kind of looks like she's like falling through the rabbit hole right now. So essentially you have a large arm, a small arm, and then the medium arm, which I'm using right now. You have 3 bars, once again a small, a medium, and a large. You can put the bars together, and they give you multiple screws, so you can go ahead and do something like this and make a combination of them. You can also go ahead and use some of these other pieces that they give you to go ahead and attach to the bars here like this, so you can essentially have an arm here, and then you would go ahead and put the other arm here. So it's really cool. I actually am very surprised and amazed at this multi-stand and what it can do. I really wasn't quite sure like what all the little pieces were for, but after opening it up and kind of looking at it and playing around with it, it's actually pretty cool. There's like a lot of cool things that this arm can do. Yep, and that is the 1/12 to 1/6 sized stand, and the Obitsu that I'm using right now is like a 21 centimeter doll. So moving on to stand number 2, which is obviously a bigger stand. Comes in a big nice fancy box. So we'll open said box. You can see even the platform in which it's gonna have a doll standing upon it is a lot bigger. This is most likely gonna be for our bigger dolls, possibly like SDs, I'm thinking, for those big guys. Our instructions are on the back here, so I'm gonna actually have this standing here, maybe laying down here off to the side so I can see what I'm doing. So customization with this multi-stand is also possible as well. As you can see in our figure here down at the bottom, you can have it with a jointed part here in the middle, or have it up straight and just, you know, standing straight and tall and whatnot, and just have it be able, it looks like we could and should be able to have it move, possibly up and down the pole here. But I'm going to try to make the second one with the arm, the bendy arm, and we'll see how that one goes. So I'm going to need a couple pieces, and this looks like it's the model for B, so I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do. So it looks like number 7 was these little plastic things on this frame, because I was like, man, I don't think I saw any extra screws. So these little things popping out here are 7. It enables this part to move right here. They are going to be placed on both sides right here like that, and they will each get a washer and a screw. So I am going to go ahead and install those now. These are, 14s are the smaller ones, the smaller screws, so I'm going to go ahead and put my washer at the bottom. I'm going to put my screw through here and twist. So now that'll open and that'll open there. I'd imagine that since this is Obitsu, I mean you don't, I wouldn't say you'd have to limit it to just the Obitsu dolls. I would definitely say keep in mind, since this is plastic, if you're using the arm version of it, just to make sure where you're balancing your weight out on. Since the Obitsus aren't really made out of resin, they'll be a lot lighter, and so this will probably be less stress on the stand than a resin doll would be. But I think it's really cool. If you're going to put resin dolls on them, I think it'd be cool just to keep it as a straight up stand. I would say this is more action-y. If you had an Obitsu, she probably could do some cool air poses with this claw being this big and it bent in this kind of way. Resin, she's just kind of like chilling with it, holding it there. Let me go grab my Obitsu and I'll show you what I mean. So this is a 50 centimeter Obitsu, and she is totally rocking with this stand. It looks really cool. Looks like she's either about to fall or she's like running or something. I don't know. I think that's really awesome, and she's pretty well securely tucked in there. The arm has her really well, and so you can see the different parts down here. She's standing on the bottom there. But I mean, if you're trying to do like a cool action-y shot, and you know you want to get that cool pose in there, I think this is really cool. what this stand can do if you're taking like photos and you want it to look all like awesome. Because if you had her in a regular stand, she wouldn't be able to do something like this. You would definitely have to do some maneuvering and it'd be very scary. But I mean, it helps also since it's clear. If you were to take a shot like from here and like kind of block that out, you really can't see it all that well. It's kind of hidden there, and I think that's pretty cool. So I kind of positioned her arms a bit differently, and like I said, it looks super cool. Like, she looks like she's flat out running, which is stupendous. And I mean, there's not many stands that I've seen. I only have the regular like doll stands. This one, it can do a lot of things, and it is for our bigger scale sized dolls. As mentioned on the box here, I mean, you can convert it into just a regular stand. It's just a matter of taking out some of the tubing and rearranging some of the parts, which is really easy to do. So with the power of these stands, I have Sophie that looks like she's running because she's late for her train or something, and then I have this girl that's like levitating. So I think that's super awesome. These stands are like really amazing, and they're so customizable. Like, you can change it. It comes with all those extra parts. I mean, I have parts over here that I'm not using, but you can implement them into a different stand, which is really cool. I'm totally geeking out about these stands. They're really awesome. And not to mention, it's just security too. Like, if you're scared of your dolls, if you like your doll standing versus sitting, it's really good to have a stand with them because you don't know what can happen. I mean, if somebody like knocks the table and it just, you know, your doll's gonna fall. And that's really scary because these dolls are really expensive. So having a stand is extra support and extra protection, which is always good. Yep, and that about covers it for my Obitsu multi-purpose stands here. As you can see, I mean, this is totally incredible and amazing. So if you're looking for something that'll help with your pictures and posing your dolls, these doll stands are freaking amazing. I just can't get over how cool they are, and that's just mind-blowing to me. Yep, and as always, please check out the Junky spot for more awesome dolly products, and if you want to see more on these stands, they do sell them there at the website. You can go to www.junkyspot.com and check them out. Hope you guys have a stupendous day. Bye, guys! Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a super Obitsu!